Hi, this is Ann with Finance on the Offense, and today I'm going to give you 5 passive income ideas that you can start and begin making passive income on the side. Now, I want to mention that I'm not a finance professional, so everything in this video is just for entertainment purposes only. All right, let's get started. Passive income has been something that has changed my life personally. I went from working a 9-to-5 normal job to working from home and just working for myself, so not having a boss or anything like that. But I do want to say that all the passive income strategies I'm going to tell you today are not something that is easy, well, except one, but they all require something to happen first, whether it be a lot of work or just having money on hand. So please don't go into this thinking that it's an easy get rich quick scheme or anything like that. It takes a lot of work and consistency. So go into it for the long haul and be consistent. And it's best to go in with the expectation that you're not going to make any money and it's just for fun. It did take me quite a while, 4 years, to get to a point where I could actually quit my job. So keep that in mind. Okay, the first passive income idea is, in my opinion, the easiest, and I personally make passive income from this, and that is to buy a total stock market index fund. So this would be like the Schwab Total Stock Market Index Fund or the Vanguard or the Fidelity one. The really nice thing about doing this is that over time, the return on this investment is anywhere from 7 to 10% per year. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to continue making this kind of money, but that is a pretty good investment. Now, this strategy is a long-term strategy. Basically, you just buy the fund and then you hold it for a very long time. So that means your money is tied up and you don't have access to it. You also have to have the stomach to weather the stock market's kind of storms. So the stock market is really like a roller coaster. It goes up and down. It's pretty crazy. And when you see your money falling day after day, you have to not sell. You have to be able to hold that fund until it recovers. So if you need that money and it happens to be a down market, if you sell it, you're actually going to lose money. Now, if you want to know more about investing in index funds, I actually have a video about that, and that'll be right up here on the screen above. The second passive income idea is to teach an online class about something you know very, very well. This is also something I do personally. I'm a graphic designer by trade, and so I teach graphic design on a few different websites, and they bring in a fairly steady stream of income. So a couple sites that offer this are Udemy, Skillshare, Teachable, and other online course sites. So the way they work with Udemy, you put your class on there and people can just buy it outright, and they buy it and download it, and then you get a cut of that. Skillshare is a subscription model. So what you do there is you upload your class, and then depending on how many people watch it and for how long, that determines how much you'll be paid every month. The cool thing about this is it's free to make a class and upload it just using your phone and free editing software. The only real cost to you is your time. And once you've created the class, it'll be on the site as long as the site is still up and running, and you can make money on it the whole time. The things that might make this challenging is that you need to know something so well that you're kind of a subject matter expert on it, and it needs to be something that other people want to know how to do. So if you wanted to, say, teach a class about being a virtual assistant, you probably would need to have been a virtual assistant for a few years so that you're able to teach every aspect of that. Another thing to think about is it really does take a long time to create a good quality course, and then you have to hope that people are going to be interested in it and want to buy it or watch it a lot. The third way to make passive income is with a YouTube channel like this one. Now, this channel isn't earning me any money yet, but I do have another monetized channel about graphic design, and that one is bringing in a nice little side income every month. Having a YouTube channel is free, but it does take a lot of time to create videos, and you need to be pretty consistent in order for YouTube to show your videos to other people. And the way you make money is that YouTube puts ads on your channel, and then if someone watches the ad or clicks on it, you make a little bit of money. But the type of channel you have really depends on how much money you can make. For example, gaming channels make much less per 1,000 views than something like a personal finance channel. And that's because finance companies are willing to pay much more in ads than gaming companies. There are a few things that might make this passive income idea pretty challenging. One is you have to be very consistent. You need to upload at least one video a week. And even then, it can still take a very long time for your channel to get monetized. For me, it took 1.5 years to get my graphic design channel monetized, and that was with a new video every single week for that entire time. So that means no pay for 1.5 years. It also doesn't honestly feel very passive at all because you have to continue to put new videos on every week, and it's very time consuming. But I do think if you stop making videos, the channel will still continue to make money for probably years. It'll just kind of dwindle off. The fourth idea is affiliate links. If you have any kind of following online, or if you just really like recommending products to your family and friends, you can sign up to be an affiliate on a lot of different online sites. And the most popular of these is Amazon.com. It's free to apply to Amazon.com affiliates, but you do need to drive 3 qualified sales before you'll be accepted. And you have to do that within 180 days of applying. So the way it works is when your affiliate link is used and someone clicks on the link and goes and purchases something on Amazon, you get a cut of that sale. It's really easy to get a link to a product, and so it doesn't take much time at all, but the challenge is that people just don't want to be sold to very often. So you have to really think about how you want to use your affiliate links so you don't burn out your customer base. I make a tiny bit of money with Amazon affiliate, but I'm just not that great at selling things, so I haven't been too successful with this one. The fifth passive income idea is rental real estate. And the idea with this is you just buy a property and then you rent it out to people. You can actually do this without using any of your own money, but that's going to involve a mortgage. And hopefully your renters will pay your mortgage for you. Eventually they'll pay your whole mortgage off, and then you'll have basically a free house. And you can either sell it or you can continue renting it. And the things that might make this a little challenging, right now the housing market is really crazy. So the price of houses is really high. If you don't have a good credit score, the interest rate on that mortgage is probably going to be fairly high. There are other risks involved as well, like renters who don't want to pay their rent or who decide to trash your property, or both. This is why I have never personally decided to try to do the rental real estate passive income stream. In a great situation, it's super easy and it's great passive income. But in a bad situation, it can be really exhausting and affect your mental health in a very bad way. All right, so those are 5 passive income ideas that you can get started working on today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next week with another Finance on the Offense video. Thank you.